Welcome back, folks. Well, it's that time of year again, so grab your bait and your fishing poles because it's the 12th annual DHR Fishing for Hope tournament. Today we have on the show Elisa Mares, she's the community events coordinator, and Rebecca Stocker, who is with Hope Family Health Center. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, so the 12th annual Fishing for Hope tournament. Tell us a little bit how we got to 12. Obviously, it's been such a success through the years.
It is. We actually started like 12 years ago. The Hope Family Health Center found itself in a bit of a financial situation, and the hospital had to step in, and they had, of course, the hospital is very committed to the health of the community, so we couldn't just stand behind and let the clinic close its doors. So we decided to put together a fishing tournament 12 years ago, and 12 years later we have raised over $2 million in the process for the clinic, and it's one of our largest fundraisers.
Oh, wow. And so how did that, well, obviously the partnership came about 12 years ago, so how has that help the clinic? I mean,
well, Hope is a nonprofit. We're a 501c3 nonprofit, and we see only the uninsured. And our patients are very, very low income typically, and we ask for a $5 donation for services. So one of the amazing things about the clinic is that all of our doctors are volunteers. So we have this ability to serve the uninsured and serve our community with their needs with volunteer physicians and grant-funded therapists. And having a fundraiser like the Fishing for Hope tournament is amazing because we're able to help patients get medication that they otherwise wouldn't be able to afford, sometimes have surgeries they wouldn't otherwise be able to afford. We see people who haven't been to the doctor in so many years, and they come to us with huge chronic illnesses. And without the Fishing for Hope tournament, without the partnership that we have, there's no way we would be able to serve the patients that we serve.
Most certainly. So it's a great partnership that you two have. And so tell us, how can people get involved with this tournament? It sounds exciting.
It is. It's a lot of fun. It's a family-friendly event. There's many ways that they can get involved. We still have time for sponsorships.
Okay.
If you have a business or an organization where you'd like to be involved and sponsor, you can simply call our office at 956-362-3147. And we have several sponsorship levels available. If you don't fish, but you still want to get involved and you want to join us in the festivities, you can purchase a social armband. Those are $50. And you can join us Friday night on October the 25th. October the 20th. We have a mixer there at Louies Backyard, and we have our Renaissance rockers that play. So you can join us for that event, and then during weigh-in on Saturday, you can join us and see all the fish come in as they get weighed in. And then for our awards presentation, you can join us for dinner. So all of that is included with your $50 donation. So that's if you don't fish. And then of course, if you want to join us for the actual tournament, it's $125 per person for your team, and it's a maximum of four people on your team.
That's amazing. It sounds like it's going to be great. Now, October 21st.
Correct.
At Louies Backyard. It sounds really exciting. And so, it's been such a success. $2 million over the last 12 years is amazing. And to go back to help you all, it's a great thing that you're all doing for the community. So why do you guys keep doing such, I know it raises money, but what is the real main reason behind that to kind of keep giving back?
Well, it's mainly, for the health of our community. Yeah. We want to make sure that the clinic keeps its doors open, and we want to make sure that the hospital, gives back. And this is one of the main ways that we can give back to our community, to the health of our people through the Hope Family Health Center.
Definitely. And without something like the Hope Family Health Center now, what would happen to all those people that didn't have that?
Well, that's what we faced 12 years ago. We were going to have to close our doors for a couple of weeks or a couple of months until we caught up on our bills, and it was just the way that we were functioning at that time. And if you think about it, all of those patients that we would have seen and would have had to go to the emergency room for care, which unfortunately happens a lot with our uninsured population. They don't have a primary care clinic, and so they utilize the emergency room for their primary care, for preventable illnesses. If they have a cold or if their diabetes goes uncontrolled because they can't afford medication, then the emergency room is their one stop. And we are there to be the safety net clinic. And so we see 4,000 patients a year. If we weren't open, if our doors weren't open, they would either use the emergency room or overbook in some of the other clinics, and the doctors may not be able to see them because they are uninsured.
And that's costly. Emergency rooms are not cheap, and even, you know, to schedule an appointment, it could be an emergency or they need to kind of see somebody. So it's pretty scary what could happen.
Right, and if you think about it, it's somebody who's uninsured, if you have an uninsured parent who's not taking care of themselves, then they can't be there with their kids to take care of their children, and it is a big cycle that really affects the entire family. It's not just that one person. They may not be able to go to work, they may be income that the family needs. So having a tournament to help, like Fishing for Hope, to help us sustain our services is helping the community as a whole, and it really is a wonderful thing to be able to do.
Most definitely. Now, I know you said that you help the uninsured. Now, how can people reach out if they're watching this right now and they need help? Where can they go and who can they contact to kind of reach out to your...
Sure, everybody knows somebody that's uninsured, or some people are uninsured themselves. They can call the clinic, 956-994-3319. Go to our website, hopefamilyhealthcenter.org. I think .org. We do ask that patients fill out an application form for services, just an enrollment form. We ask for a picture ID, proof of income, and proof of address, just a local address. A lot of times our patients may not have a steady income, so they'll write us a letter saying approximately what their annual income is. And then it takes about 2 weeks for us to schedule them an appointment. We don't take walk-ins. Just our doctors are volunteers, so we want to make sure that they have an appointment when they come.
Wow, all volunteer. That's amazing. They would take their time out. Now, this money that goes from this tournament to help you all, what does it fund really? You said different medications and services.
Medications, services, at times surgeries. It helps us with our overhead with the clinics. It's very difficult to pay for nonprofit clinical overhead, so it helps us pay our light bills that we wouldn't be able to pay. Helps us with our lab fees, because we spend a significant amount paying for lab fees for the patients who can't afford it. So it helps us just sustain throughout the entire year.
To really help the community. It's fantastic. So in case people are just tuning in right now, let's go over the event details to make sure that everybody who wants to and can goes out and participates for this fishing tournament. So if you want to tell us when it's going to be held again and what time.
Our tournament is October 21st. It's at Louies Backyard. And if they need to register or if they need more information, they can contact us at 362-3147.
It sounds amazing. And so it's the 12th year this year. So we can only expect that it's going to keep growing every year. So 13th, are you guys already planning for the 13th year, or just?
As soon as this is over, we're already in the planning stages for the following year.
It's amazing. It's so exciting, and I imagine you get a lot of people that come on out, because everybody loves to fish, especially out there on the island. It's a great time. Spend time with friends, family. It's a great weekend.
We get a large group of anglers and our community that join us.
Well, ladies, thank you so much for joining us on this show today. I really appreciate it. It sounds like it's going to be great. And what you two are doing to kind of create this event and give back to the community, it's really fantastic. And definitely a lot of people really do appreciate everything you all are doing.
Thank you.
Awesome, folks. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this show this week. We hope you'll join us next Sunday.